Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video we're going to talk about actually formatting and creating your business through a LLC. I know I talked about the other examples yesterday in the first video, but basically most of us that's entrepreneurs or starting a business is going to go with the LLC. um, Now, legalcontracts.com is a free service. I think it's $7.99 a month to maintain the service afterwards. You can actually find all types of different business, real estate contracts, family estates. But today we're just going to look at LLC operating agreements. So, first thing we're going to first, hopefully you have a business name. Mine is going to be located in Wisconsin. And when you start new, actually, let me run back through it. Create new. Let's go there. Okay. We're gonna go down here to LLC. Please form. Maybe I should just as you can see, they got all types of stuff. Entertainment contract, living wills. So yeah, if you guys are like service professionals, this is a good place to actually have get your documentation. So company will be located in Wisconsin. Continue, because that's where I live. Company name. Where remember I said we're gonna actually run through the channel, make the channel the actual name, and I'm gonna put my address in later. Now, are you doing professional services, i.e., real estate, any kind of consulting, any type of anything that's not dealing with products? You will put yes if you're doing professional service. If you're doing product-based service, you will click no. You're not doing, or you can just skip that step. What will the company do? Uh, let's skip that step. We'll skip that step for right now. Owners will be a person or a company. That will be your name. Then you can add different members. So basically, you can set this up as a single member, or you can keep adding members. Okay, guys. So if you have different members of your LLC, you can actually add a different member. If you're going to just have a company-based LLC, you can just put the company that you already formed there. Okay. I'm skipping a lot of steps because I just want to get to the main portion. Contributions. So the contribution value. So what are you starting your capital with? What are you starting your capital with? If it's $100, it's $100. If it's $200, it's $200. So, what's your number? What's the number of your contribution? So if you have any property, how much property you have, any stocks, any service contracts, all this stuff comes in the contributions there, and then you'll give that value of that contribution. Will you do any? Could do any other contributions be needed in the future? You can say yes because you're gonna actually add. It depends on your business too. If you're gonna add members or stuff, but I always click yes, just because you just don't know how your business is gonna go. Will members be allowed in the future? Now you know if you're not gonna take on anybody as ownerships, not employees, as ownership, you will click no. If you want, you potentially could add somebody, you'll click yes. I'm gonna skip that step. Again, guys, I'm just trying to get through this. Who will manage the company? The member or one or more appointed managers manage the company. Not far as if you're the not far as you hiring a manager to run your store, like you hiring managers to actually handle your funds and business and stuff, things like that. So most of the time it will be the member, unless you uh disregard entity or a corporation. Disregard an entity. Uh, if you have one member, so if you're one member, disregard entity will be that it will be taxed as a pass-through manager, similar to sole proprietorship. The difference is between sole proprietorship and disregarded entity is that sole proprietorship, you don't have that protection. Remember, we went over that in video 1. If you don't, just refer back to video 1. If you're gonna give out dividends as a corporation, if you're gonna sell some of the options or some of the things that's formed in the LLC, then you will go with corporation. Okay, your annual report will be automatically included in your federal tax income. Usually, it's going to be one or two things. It's going to be either your balance sheet or the profit loss, or actually, all three of these. Cash flow statement, not too much, not unless you got um cash flow that's out there. But profit and loss summary is usually your expenses. Balance sheet is how much you paid out um versus how much you took in from the prior year. Income statement is actually checks and documents and cash or payments received. So that'd be income statement. Who has the authority to bind the contract? Uh, okay, those men. Okay, so that would be you, and then to bind the contract, it would be you, and then you would put notary republic, because that's the cheapest way to do it. Unless you want to go to a lawyer, you can do that. You can put that in a notary republic. Will each member have a duty not to compete with the business of the company? So basically, it's an anti-compete clause if you had an additional member that wanted to sell their portion, and then want to include any additional information, any different types of agreements that you might have with this is going to people if you have certain members. Okay, are witnesses needed to sign this contract? Yes, it's not required to be legally valid, but witnesses may make it easier, and just to keep that protection of corporate veil. So you will click yes, and then take that to the notary republic. That's why I had you that binds the contract is that and that notary republic. All right, the date of the agreement is today. Okay. Okay. So I'll run down. I'll put my regular LLC there. I don't want to. So formation actually has all the statutes, and that's the great thing about this is once you put a state, it'll give you the actual documentations and the legal statutes and chapters. Okay. We went over all this stuff. So all this stuff is pretty much just laid out for you. You can select the license if you. Okay. So if you need to change members, if you need to add business plans and stuff like that, articles on corporation, independent contractor agreements, all this stuff, you will have to add that to that. But we're not going to do the here's the trial subscription that's renewed at $33 a month once trial ends, or you can do that for the year. Okay, we're actually gonna go back here. So guys, you would just go ahead and pay that, or either sign up for the free. Once you, I like to sign up for the $7.99 one, but it'll let you download it. You can edit it. You can send it by email, print it out. So this is a good way, guys. It's absolutely, you can do it absolutely free, and then cancel at any time after that. Um, so since we got the LLC formulated, we can go to the Internal Revenue Service. I'm not actually going to walk through this because there's a lot of private information, but here's some of the key things on here. If you got a single member LLC, they're gonna ask you how many members of the LLC. You're gonna put one, okay, and then at the very end, very end of the document, you want to print out the document so you can see it. It'll give you your EIN. It'll give you the actual paper. Now, for this, they will require, if you have any type of services, if your services require you to have a license, to have your license number and all that good stuff. So if you have a service uh, license, then you have to also put that there. And then um, make sure you print that out, because you're gonna want to print the LLC out. You're gonna want to print out the Internal Revenue Service stuff out, and then after you print that out, we're actually gonna go to the state, so you can actually see how the state is. Now we're on the state side here. This is the state of Wisconsin where I'm located, but you wanna if you're gonna go to each one of your individual states, you can go there. Make sure it says .gov, because you will get there are scammers out there um, that might pretend they're the state, and you can file your business with them. Um, be out on the lookout for that. Make sure it says .gov. Mine is pretty easy. It's right here on the front page where it says business registration. If you didn't have it, you can also look on your state's search bar and put in business, start business. So in the state of Wisconsin, you do have to create all right, you can start right here, or you can do an annual report. What an annual report is kind of giving the state of Wisconsin an estimate of what you project to do. So it's pretty a projection. You can create your business today. Uh, this is some resources stuff. So each state has their own resources. I advise you to check it out. Maybe some resources that can help you a lot. And then again, if you have a service based business, also look out and see what type of licensing you're gonna actually need to run your business. They might not come out and say it, but most service business does have to have a special license. So um, you will register here. Mine is a one-stop shop. So what you need is that LLC payment of 130 plus portal fee for, so it's 130 for me. You need the name, address, uh, so it can go to the Department of Financial Institutions. Business tax registration. So if you're selling anything, you're gonna need a seller's permit, consumer use tax certificate. You're gonna need some of that, withholding numbers, all this good stuff. So, and if you already have, since you already have your IRS stuff, you will just say already got an EIN number. Um, and then the permits and descriptions, I was telling you guys about that. Uh, so formulating a business can be a little bit pricey depending on what state you are and what type of service and businesses you're. Then unemployment assessment. Uh, that's if you have employers over 10 employers. Not employees. Employees. If you have over 10 employees in the state of Wisconsin, I know you're required to have unemployment insurance. So that's the state part. So now you got the LLC, you got the federal EIN, and now you set it up for your state assessment. Now the last thing you want to do is go to Duns and Bradstreet and get a free Duns number. All you have to do is get started here. They're gonna ask you for some information, your EIN number, what you're doing business as, and then also your bank information. So do this after you set up your bank accounts. Uh, go into your bank establishment. Make sure you got all three of these and plus some type of capital to start your business. Okay, guys, make sure you have that capital to start your business. Click like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment, and we'll see you next time. Oh, next time we're gonna go over logos and websites. I think, yeah, logos and websites is the next video. So you guys want to stay tuned to that. We'll see you.